In this video, I'm going to cover a few example ACT problems that involve ratios. So this first one reads, the ratio of red marbles to blue marbles in a bag is 2 to 5. If there are 120 blue marbles, how many red marbles are there? Alright, so in this problem we have a ratio 2 to 5. They give us how many blue marbles that they have, and we want to find out how many red ones there are. So in this type of problem we can set up a proportion. So we can say 2 is to 5 is x is to 120. Okay, so we have the red marbles on top and blue on bottom. And we set up a proportion that 2/5 is going to equal x over 120. X over 120 would reduce down to 2/5. Alright, to solve this proportion, what we do is cross multiply. So we have 2 times 120 is equal to 5 times x, or 5x. So I do 2 times 120, that gives me 240. So 240 is equal to 5x. To get the x by itself, I divide both sides by 5. And that gets me 48. So there are 48 red marbles in this bag. The second one reads, the ratio of red marbles to blue marbles in a bag is 2 to 5. If there are a total of 105 marbles, how many are blue? Now this one's slightly different than the last one. Here they don't give us how many red or blue, but they give us the total. So instead of a proportion, they're going to set up an equation. So it's going to be 2x plus 5x is going to equal 105. Alright, so 2 times some amount plus 5 times some amount will add up to 105. So here we can combine like terms. 2x plus 5x is 7x. So 7x equals 105. Again, to get the x by itself, we divide by what's in front of the x. So divide both sides by 7. And x will equal 15. Okay, so that's just the x value. That doesn't tell you how many red or blue, but we got to use the equation. 2x represents how many of the red, 5x represents how many of the blue. If we want to know the blue, we do 5x, or 5 times 15, will give us 75. If you want to know the red is 2x, or 2 times 15, or 30. This problem reads, the ratio of the perimeters of two squares is 3 to 4. If the area of the smaller square is 144 square feet, what is the length in feet of the side of the larger square? Okay, so in this one we're dealing with two squares. Square, all sides are the same length. Okay, so if we have a square that has an area of 144, we know the area is equal to length times width. So if they're the same, you can really just say A is equal to L times L, or L squared. If we know the area is 144, it's going to be 144 is equal to L squared. And to get the L by itself, we need to square root both sides. Okay, if we do that, 12 times 12 is 144, so L is 12. Now we can set up our ratio. 3 is to 4. Now we're comparing the perimeters of the two squares. So the perimeter of the smaller square is 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12, or 4 times 12. the perimeter of the larger square would be 4 times some unknown. We're going to use x for our unknown. If you look here, we have a 4 on top and bottom, so those actually would cancel out. So that reduces to 12 over x. And again, we can do our cross multiply. 4 times 12 is equal to 3 times x. So 4 times 12 is equal to 3x, or 48 is equal to 3x. Divide both sides by 3. And we get x equals 16. So the side of the larger square would be 16.